Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Why the Hell Do We Care? Today is a pretty short one since we only have two characters, so let's change it up by starting with the Samurai Warriors and Aya. Aya was born in 1524 AD and was first playable in the upgraded expansion of Samurai Warriors 3 that we didn't get. She is Kenshin's older sister, which is kind of odd since she looks a lot younger than him. She shows up a lot throughout Kenshin's campaign supporting her brother and her son. After Kenshin's death, internal conflict arises between her son Kagekatsu and Kenshin's adopted son Kagetora. She sides with Kagetora during the conflict because he did not have many allies and she wanted both of her sons to have equal footing. In another way, she does this to test Kagekatsu's resolve, and if he cannot resolve to fight his family, he would not be able to lead the clan. Like Kanetsugu, she has a big thing about fighting evil and morality, probably because her real-life counterpart was a nun. So let's see how she battles the forces of darkness. Aya is a Wonder type and has a long attack string. Her S string is pretty lackluster and doesn't have much of a swing arc, so her sides are pretty open. The final hit, however, she busts out the magic. Her C3 gets note for pretty much being a bitch slap, and her C4 just creates a lightning field all around her to clear enemies. Her C5 is a standard launcher, and her C6 summons orbs all around her, and they are ice elements so they can cause freeze when they hit. C7 is a long-range projectile that knocks back, but other than that isn't very interesting. Her C8 causes magic to rain from the sky on all her foes, and C9 causes an explosion of projectiles to shoot all around her twice. Her ground R1 creates a barrier that heals herself and is pretty darn handy since Aya is kinda squishy. Her aerial R1 enchants her staff to cause lightning to fall all around her. Her Musou is pretty lackluster, it just creates a damaging field all around her, and other than that isn't very interesting. Her passive is Recovery, which accelerates an active member's life recovery. Overall, Aya has some pretty fun charge attack, especially if you like lightning or ice damage. However, her S string is pretty average, so getting to some of her higher charge moves can be a challenge if the enemy is aggressive. Guan Suo is Guan Yu's fictional third son, who was first playable in Dynasty Warriors 7, which was oddly before Guan Yu's actual second son in 8. Since he is a fictional character, his attendance is varied. He has appeared as early as Chang Ban and usually shows up in the major battles to give more PC power to the enemy side. His side missions generally focus on himself or his relationship with his wife Bao San Yang. In all honesty, I don't find him very interesting. His main character trait is that he is pretty, and his character doesn't really extend far beyond that if I'm being honest. Now let's see who is the true nunchucker between him and Ling Tong. Guan Suo is a technique type, and just like Ling Tong, he is pretty speedy. His S string goes by in a blaze, so timing your charge attacks can be tricky at times. His C2 and C3 aren't all that interesting, they're standard launchers and stun attacks. His C4 is a double hitting clear, so it has some extra oomph in it. His C5 EX attack is actually pretty awesome. It's a throw that goes into 2 whirlwind causing kicks. However, it is short range, so you have to be close to use it. His C6 is a fairly damaging combo attack that clears in front of him. His ground R1 is a kick combo that sends his enemies flying. His aerial is a diving kick to a sweeping kick. His Musou is pretty lacking in the flash department. It pretty much is just 2 sweeping kicks followed up by a third. His passive is Vigor, which increases damage from combo attacks. Honestly, when it comes to the nunchuckers, I prefer Ling Tong. Partly because of my preference to Wu, and partly because he was the first to wield the weapon. Not saying Guan Suo is bad, his C5 EX attack is awesome, and he still shares Ling's really fast S string. However, the rest of his attacks are just kinda there to me. Well, that's it for this pretty darn short episode. Next time will probably be quite a bit longer, given we're going to be seeing some faces from the Oda clan showing up there. So I hope to see you all again next time.